Pregnancy is such a stressful time for so many people. If you're finally ready to try to get pregnant, it's exciting, but it can also be a little bit nerve-wracking. What if you get pregnant right away? What if you aren't able to get pregnant? What if there's something wrong with the pregnancy? All of those are very normal thoughts and feelings, and it's tough. And then when you're pregnant and you're growing that baby, it feels like such a vulnerable time. You're worried about chemicals and foods and viruses and illnesses and medications. You feel very, very protective of the pregnancy. And then when something goes wrong with the pregnancy, that feels catastrophic. And it can be devastating to get the news that the pregnancy has stopped developing. There's nothing anyone can do to prepare them for that feeling of how awful that news is. And that's especially true if you're just finding out now. You didn't have warning signs, you didn't have bleeding. You just knew something wasn't right. And I'm so sorry that that's happened to you. I hope that you have a support system to lean on because this is not something you have to go through alone. If you have a friend, definitely reach out to them. If you have a partner, reach out to them. And if you don't have that, please know that you're not alone. There are other people that are going through this too. Do you want to know more about miscarriage? It's a condition that affects more people than you think. A miscarriage is a pregnancy loss before 20 weeks gestation. Most commonly, a miscarriage happens before 13 weeks gestation. As an OBGYN and fertility specialist, I've delivered hundreds of babies, diagnosed and treated hundreds of people with infertility, and cared for many people through pregnancy loss. And today, I want to talk about the 10 different types of miscarriages. A miscarriage is a pregnancy loss before 20 weeks gestation. Most commonly, a miscarriage happens before 13 weeks gestation. So let's dive into the 10 different types of miscarriages and why it matters. The first 4 types of miscarriages have to do with when the pregnancy stops developing. A late miscarriage happens after the first trimester, so between 13 and 20 weeks of gestation. A miscarriage that happens in the first trimester, so before 13 weeks gestation, is called an early miscarriage. Early miscarriages can be defined as either a clinical miscarriage or a biochemical miscarriage. Clinical miscarriage happens in the first trimester and it happens after something can be detected on either ultrasound or histopathologically.